otherwise known as Joltings, and I'm coming to you live with a video that I wanted to do a product review on because I'm very passionate about this product. So, otherwise known, if you ever heard of tents, there's different variations of style of tents. One style of tent that I'm very passionate about is a cot tent, if you haven't known, and because it is essentially a one-person tent, and there are some variations with two-persons tents in regards for size, but for that reason, I'm like, okay, what would be the purpose of getting a two-person cot tent with when you're only looking at the size of one person, right? So this is what it is right here. And I've essentially set it up in my own backyard. And it is the Night Cat Cot Tent. So essentially what I've done is make a mock camping setup with products that I own and see how it would function. So as you can tell, I have a small little pop-up table. I have a lightly blown up air mattress because I'm not going to be sleeping in here tonight. I just wanted to do a simple product review here. So we're going to just jump in here. And I'm just going to turn my fan off. Really nice fan, by the way. But as you can see, it is ample size for what my needs are. And with this hook on top, you could just take down the fan if you're not using it. Because of how this fan is, you can just set it up like that. If you're needing a little bit more headroom inside the tent, which I really don't mind. So, like I said, I am going to jump in here. So, as you can see, there is a little bit of a gap at the front, and you can just see, for scale, I'm 5'6" tall. There's my feet, but I think you could fit up to about 5'11" in here. Because I don't remember the full dimensions. The dimensions will be on screen. And essentially with those dimensions, you'll be able to measure it out accordingly to what you're looking for in a singular tent. So with that being said, I'm just going to show you all around the tent, and I wanted to pick a good day for this. So every point of when you're setting this tent up is that you always have the ability to put together these straps and then this pole system. Now this pole system is one singular pole set up by paracord, and with that it helps out a lot. So on either side you will see these two vents for ventilation purposes. It has these like these mesh attachments, and with these Velcro straps, you just go up, over, and then it just assembles like so. Every corner, it also has guide points, so you can really stake this out. I wanted to just essentially set it up this morning, just temporarily, while I have a bunch of running around to do in the morning. And with this beautiful day, I wanted to really take advantage of the nice weather. So, like I said, all 4 straps, another ventilation post. Now, this is not a part of the 2-point system. And with the 2-point system, it is pretty perfect. So what I did was, if you know the like the netting posts for inside cars, for example, they cost about like $20 roughly. And so what I did was, essentially, because I do want to do some backpacking eventually, is I added that netting system underneath the cot, so you have a little bit more flexible storage. And with the flexible storage, you can keep your packs out of the rain. So with that being said, I am very, and I haven't even slept in this tent yet. Sorry about the sun here, folks. But yeah, so with that being, Night Cat Cot Tent is a very wonderful product, and I'm very satisfied. And I haven't even slept a day in this tent yet. I just wanted to get it necessarily set up, because I'm going to be taking this out for a little bit of a test run before I start backpacking later this summer. So with that being said, I'm going to provide a list to all of the products down below. Questions on how my system is. Every system is technically different, and you're able to essentially set up this cot tent any way that you please. So if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would be happy to provide assistance. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Sorry it was a little bit scuffed. This is essentially what my first product review is, so there will be some bumps and bruises around the way, but it is practical. I think it is pretty effective for backpacking use. Now, with the practicality of it going backpacking, because you're also wanting to contain the weight. And what I mean containing the weight is, you're not wanting to essentially lug around 50 pounds of product around. And because this system is I don't necessarily know offhand how much this system entirely encapsulates, but I'm satisfied with the product. I'm not being paid for this. I'm not I'm just stating exactly how I feel, if that makes sense. But from what it looks like is that Night Cat does. This is my first Night Cat product. I'm just going to be putting it out there, and for all intents and purposes, I'm a satisfied customer, even because it does exactly what I want. And with any cot tent out there, there are methods to building a little bit of a larger vestibule. And if you're wondering what a vestibule is, it is essentially the space from your door to your tent, so right here, to where this end, so where this rainfly ends. So as the example, I'm going to zip this up for demonstration. Alrighty, folks. Now, as I was saying in regards for the vestibule, as you can see, there is some gap underneath with this snow skirt. So with that, I'm thoroughly looking forward to testing a bunch of this stuff out. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, I'd happy to answer them for you. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your folks' day, and take care. Bye now.